The special one, Jose Mourinho has got a new job. This time in Turkey, managing Fenerbahce. And this kind of reminded me of a time when young Mourinho took on the job of becoming Porto manager and took them all the way to a Champions League trophy. But can this special one pull off another underdog story? Well, I'm here to help him out. Here we go, boys. The Fenerbahce Mourinho challenge. Our goal is, of course, to get them to a Champions League trophy. And by the way, no Turkish club has ever won the Champions League. Mourinho's gonna have to create history. But I don't think it's gonna be so simple for the special one. 28 million is our budget for the first season, and I don't expect too much money coming through as we go through seasons. And also, we've got 3 rules to follow in this challenge. We can only sign foreign players that are 30 plus years old. The second rule might actually help us because there's no restrictions on any Turkish signings we're making, but actually there is one. We're only allowed to spend a maximum of 20 million on one particular signing. The good thing is though, it can go up to 30 million once we do qualify for Champions League. But yep guys, this might be one of the most trickiest challenges, taking a Turkish club all the way to the Champions League trophy. And alright, let's start off by getting familiarized with the squad we're working with. Already a couple of players I like. Dominik Livakovic in goal. I'm pretty sure he's Croatia's #1. I also like Ferdi Kadioglu, 23-year-old left back. You'll love to see that. Yo, I had no idea Fred was playing for Fenerbahce, but yeah, he's reunited with Mourinho. Ooh, but this guy looks good. Sebastian Szymanski, 80 rated. And then we've kind of got a few veterans like Dzeko, Tadic, but I don't think they're going to be doing much for us because they're just way too old. I think our job for the first season is, of course, to qualify for Champions League, but also build a young team. And of course, we can only do that by having a Turkish core. Okay, both our defenders are foreigners with Bonucci and Bekao, and they're not really that young. Maybe we can bring in like a Turkish centre-back with a bit of decent potential. And remember, there's no restrictions in signing Turkish players. We can bring in anyone we want, but of course, they must be under 20 mil. And Ozan Kabak fits the bill, 75 rated, 23 years old, so there's room for him to grow. He could be the first signing of the Mourinho Fenerbahce era. Let's see how much we're gonna have to pay. It's Mourinho negotiating, so he should be able to get a good deal. 8 million probably? And no, but a swap deal would really work. Okay, I honestly don't know who this Jiku guy is, but he wasn't part of the starting 11, so he probably isn't that good. But let's try to do a straight swap for this Jiku guy. We'll get a Turkish player in, works out brilliantly. Okay, we'll pay an extra 600,000, who cares? And that's the first signing of the Mourinho era complete, adding some more Turkish talent to the squad. I'm just looking at Danilo, and why does this scream as a Fenerbahce signing? Bro, these are the kind of transfers they make. 31 years old, 81 rated centre-back. He'd be amazing alongside Kabak that we just brought in. And he's a leader as well. These are the kind of player Mourinho needs. 31 years old is like a very good age because they'll at least give you like 3 good seasons. And I think we can swap this Rodrigo Bekao, who's like 78 rated. We'll chuck in another 3 million and this would be some really smart business. There you go. For about 4 we can get him. Mourinho's been here for like a minute and we're already pulling off some really smart signings. We're not done yet. There's another player I want to sign, this time Scottish from Celtic, 30 years old, Callum McGregor. Bro, I'm looking to sign players I would never ever sign, but for a challenge like this, it makes sense. Callum McGregor, 79 rated, 30 years old, a lot of experience. I had to fork out 14 million for him, but it's fine because it's under that 20 million mark. And by the way, one thing I forgot to mention was that as we progress in the Champions League, that limit will increase. Like if we make it to the round of 16, it's going to be 40 million for the season ahead. 50 million if we make it to the quarters and so on. But let's just get back to the ground because right now we've got 6 million to work with. And there's a certain Turkish youngster I really want to sign. But to sign him, I had to sacrifice Dusan Tadic, sold to Al Nassr for 6 million. And the reason I did that was because I found Can Uzun. Bro, he could possibly be the next Arda Güler, 17-year-old centre-forward, 72 rated, and I was able to sign him for just 7 million, converting him now to a left winger, and now we've replaced the 34-year-old Tadic with a youngster like Uzun. Bro, honestly, for the Turkish Super League, we've built such an incredible team. By the way, for this challenge, we're not going to be using the Youth Academy, otherwise I think it'll just become way too easy, so I'm sorry, Mohammed, we're firing you. But alright, Mourinho's got his team for Season 1. At think our first job is to obviously qualify for the Champions League, but since the Turkish Super League is not one of the best leagues, it gets only one Champions League slot. And that means we literally need to win the Super League if we even want to be in the Champions League. And let's see if Mourinho can work his magic. Okay, Mourinho has done his magic here at Fenerbahce, already winning a trophy. That's what he does. Wherever he goes, he wins trophies. Okay, but second in the Turkish Super League after getting 94 points. We can't forget, this is the league where there's also Galatasaray, and they're not going to be easy to beat. The good news is, though, that we found a gem. Can Uzun, 78 rated now. Look at the season he's had, 25 goals in 50 games. Szymanski as well is up to an 83 overall. Cengiz Under is doing decent. We shuffle things up a bit, make a few signings here and there. I think we can get this team to Champions League football. Looks like for season 2, Mourinho's got more money to spend, 40 million. But of course, since we didn't qualify for Champions League, we can only spend 20 million max on a single player. And you know what this team really needs right now is a new striker, because Dzeko, I'm surprised my guy can still run with that 49 pace. And okay, I have found a really decent Turkish striker, and his contract's expiring too. You know, that's something I absolutely love. But even with that, he's going to be upwards of 30 million. If we want to sign him, we're going to have to be a club that at least reaches the round of 16 of the Champions League. Okay, now this is interesting. Wissam Ben Yedder, 33 years old, 82 rated. His value is just around 20 mil. But his contract's expiring. And if I chuck in, say, about 17 odd million, I think we should be able to sign him. There you go. What on earth is the Spurs manager wearing?
You may not like it, Minister, but you can't deny
Postcarglues.
our style.
And that kind of solves our striker problem. We've got an amazing replacement for Dzeko. Okay, I don't think we need to make any more signings, because yeah, with just 20 million, there's nothing much we can really upgrade. I think this season, though, we can win the league. The ratings of our players are a lot better, and especially Uzun. Because, bro, we're developing the next world's best player. Guys, am I seeing things, or are we in the Champions League? How did this happen? Oh, I get it now. The second best team in the Turkish Super League goes through a playoff system where we knocked out Celtic and this LASK club too, and now we're in the Champions League. If I knew this before, I could have signed a more expensive striker. But oh well, let's see how the Fenerbahce team we've built fares in this competition. Remember, the further we go in the Champions League, the more money we'll be able to spend for next season, so it's important. But we ended another season without winning the Super League. That's now 2 seasons Mourinho hasn't won the league with a club like Fenerbahce. It's really bad. Okay, what about the Champions League? And we actually topped our group. And you know what that means? Our maximum transfer fee for next season is going to be 40 million. Of course, we got absolutely clapped by Manchester City in the round of 16, but that 40 million max transfer fee, oh, it's going to help out massively next season. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, I'd really appreciate if you could take a moment and subscribe to the channel. Okay, even though our transfer limit is up to 40, we've got just 62 million to spend. To be honest, if we use that money correctly, it should be enough to bring in maybe a couple of players. And I'm thinking we now need a new centre-back as well as a striker. I think Danilo did great up until this point, but he's 33. And the same with Ben Yedder. And I think we've hit 2 birds with 1 stone here, because I've just found Jimenez, 30 years old, 84 rated, just perfect. And also Enes Ünal. We wanted to sign him earlier on, but he was too expensive. But now I reckon we can get him for just about under 40. Maybe even lesser, because his contract is still expiring. Yo, we need to save as much money as possible on this deal. If we can get him for like 29 million, something like that, it would be just crazy. And okay, that is not happening. Okay, could we swap, let's say, Danilo? Would that be smart? We'll chuck in 25 million plus Danilo. Would that even work? Nope, it won't. This one's gonna be expensive, boys. I think we're gonna have to pay somewhere like 35 million for Enes Ünal, but he's Turkish, 28. It's a long-term buy. I think the key to completing this challenge is bringing players like Enes Ünal, because these top-tier Turkish internationals could literally change our team. And definitely our attack now looks pretty darn awesome, an all-Turkish front line. Also, guys, we have made the decision of selling Danilo. Had to cash in on him for 11.3 million, because that's going to allow us to sign Jose Maria Jimenez. I kid you not, we literally used almost everything we had to make this happen. But this team genuinely looks insane right now. We've got Szymanski, who's 87 rated, an 86 rated goalkeeper. Uzun's only getting better. Top tier striker now as well. This is the kind of team Jose Mourinho can do a madness with. And let's go, guys. We've got through the first phase out of the group stages. But the draw has not been kind. Liverpool. I mean, hey, this is the Champions League. If we want to win it at some point, we're going to have to knock out teams like Liverpool. Let's see what we can do in this first leg. And it's a 2-0 win for Fenerbahce. Yo, Mourinho's doing it again. But we're heading to Anfield now, and it could all crumble here. We've got a 2-0 advantage, though, so I'm still a bit confident. And 2-2, which means we're through to the quarters. That's going to mean our transfer limit for next season's going to be 50 mil. Well, there won't be another season if we can knock out AC Milan. Bro, I'm not surprised we're now doing so well. We've got Szymanski, who's 90 rated. Uzun's 89 as well. We've legit built the greatest Fenerbahce team of all time. Can we get through AC Milan? No. I mean, we could still go through if we can make a comeback, but it's very unlikely. No. AC Milan get the job done. But hey, at least this season we've crushed the Turkish Super League. 94 points, finally winning the league. And you know what? This team that we've built, I feel we're not far off. We make a couple of signings here and there. Now, of course, our transfer limit's going to be 50 mil. And I think Mourinho's men can do a madness. It's Fenerbahce, so our budget is still not going to be anything crazy. 65 million. But this time we can use 50 million on a single player. And you know what? I'm looking at my team. We've got a lot of players now entering their prime. Livakovic. Jimenez too has probably got 1 year left before he starts going down. And then players like Szymanski and of course Uzu. If we make the right signings, I don't see why we don't have a Champions League winning team. And by right signings, I do intend to do something crazy. Arda Güler. He's probably the brightest Turkish prospect in the world right now. The Turkish Messi is what they call him. And for some reason, he's playing for Nottingham Forest. Bro, if we sign him, I think we've got more than enough talent to win the Champions League. Oh, but he's valued at 56 million. I don't know how we'll pull this off. Okay, maybe with the swap deal, we can get this done. So, I'm willing to put Cengiz under in this deal. And the only reason why I'm willing to do this is because he's 28. He's not really going to be growing in his overall all that much. We can have an incredible front line with Güler in the team. And I want to see if putting Cengiz under will reduce the transfer fee. If we chuck in, say, about 20 million plus under, will Nottingham Forest work with us? I think this is a really good offer. We're not crossing our 50 million mark, and they are willing to work with us, but they want more money. All right, we're going to negotiate this hard because I need money for other signings as well. And looks like we can get him for 26 plus under. And let's go, boys. We've pulled it off. The brightest Turkish prospect is joining our team. I'm pretty sure the minute I laid out this challenge's rules, you guys knew Arda Güler was going to be on the shortlist. I was just waiting for the right time when we'll have the funds to figure out a deal. And now is the correct time. We've converted Güler to a right winger too. And there you go. That attack of Güler, Unal and Uzun is just crazy. Now with the 39 million we've got, we need to upgrade our midfield. Because Fred is 33 and it's the same case with Callum McGregor. And yo, I think I found the perfect player to join our midfield. It's Adrian Rabiot. His contract's expiring too. Fred, you've done a great job for us so far, but you're getting old. We need to replace you. Remember, we can still only sign foreigners that are 30 plus years old, so Rabiot is the perfect choice. Let's see how much are we gonna have to pay for him. I'm thinking if I chuck in like 8 million plus Fred, we should be able to get a deal. And yup. And so the Frenchman Rabiot joins Jose Mourinho's cause. Okay, for the CDM position, I've also found a really good option, João Paulinho, and I think we can get this one under 50 million. Problem is though, is that we've only got 30. We're gonna have to figure out a swap deal again. But hey, I'm gonna use the same strategy again. We'll put in Callum McGregor, the 33-year-old we're trying to replace, chuck in another, say, 20 million and just see what Fulham say. And they're willing to do this deal. It's absolutely perfect. And so we've got a Portuguese international joining Jose Mourinho. I kid you not, guys. We've actually built an incredible team. It's so well balanced. We've got the superstars as well that we've built up. The only thing that Jose needs now is a bit of luck. And okay, not much luck here as we finished second in the group. To be fair, we put up a good fight, 13 points. Oh, but in the round of 16, Mourinho's going to be up against one of his former clubs, Spurs. It's one of the only clubs where he didn't really achieve anything. Not gonna lie, most Champions League games, we're the underdogs, but this time, I think we can beat Spurs. Oh man, look at Uzun's rating. He's a 93 rated winger. Bro, this team that we've built is actually crazy, and you can see it. Second leg 2, we've got the job done. Oh no, it could be all over, guys. We're facing another former Mourinho club, Real Madrid. They're the kings of the Champions League. We're gonna need an unbelievable amount of luck to get through them. Do you know what? First legs at the Bernabeu. If we can just get some sort of a result here, there'll be at least some sort of hope, and we've actually won. Yo! Are we gonna knock out the kings of the Champions League? Nah, this would be crazy. I can't believe that we're gonna pull this off, and we've actually done it. Yo, this is insane. Arda Güler has scored against Madrid to get it done. We've now drawn AC Milan. Come on, if we can knock out Real Madrid, we can get the better of AC Milan too. But let's not take anything for granted. First leg's a draw. It's time for the second leg. We win this and we're going to be in a Champions League final. The special one will prove that he still got it. And yes, he's done it. Fenerbahce are going to be in a Champions League final. It's taken us 4 years to build this team and with the difficult rules that we set. But we still have one more game to finish the job against PSG. Honestly, this has been one of my favorite career mode challenges to do. We've built such a unique team. Like, who would have thought Can Uzun would be a 93 rated left winger? And just look at his stats. It's actually ridiculous. 39 goals. Arda Güler is well up to an 88. We've built a special team, but let's create history. Fun fact, guys, both teams in the pitch right now have never won a Champions League. The only difference is we play in the Turkish Super League with 1/10 of the budget. And let's complete the underdog story right here, right now. But here is Uzun, by far the best player this team has got. And bro, his dribbling is actually crazy. Let's see if he can get a shot off, and he does so. Donnarumma punching it away. Another player I'm really excited to use is Szymanski. I never heard of him before today. 90 rated Cam. Look at him go. Oh, this little shimmy there. Oh, he almost pulled off the through ball. Okay, we're finally seeing PSG attack now, and this looks dangerous. Big save, Livakovic. Come on, Arda. We've paid big money to bring you in. I need to see the Turkish Messi destroy PSG. Come on. Okay, good bit of run and a lovely ball in. Oh, what a chance. What a chance, Szymanski. What did he do there? Half-time in a Champions League final, and we've held PSG so far. And you know what? I'd argue we've been the better team. We can do this. It's 4 seasons of hard work, and we're not going to get a better chance. Go on, Arda Güler. This might be your chance to create history. He's going to bring it inside. Nope. Oh, lovely ball. No, Araujo. You can't be intercepting that. Oh, Szymanski with a chance. He goes for a cheeky chip and it goes in. Let's go. Fenerbahce are leading the Champions League final. But you know what? The real game begins now. This is where a Mourinho team gets tested defensively. We're going to have to hold on to this lead like no tomorrow. No, it's a big mistake, and Mbappe scores. I was just talking about holding on to the lead. And Mbappe, you should be at Real Madrid. What are you still doing in PSG? Bro, we made such a silly mistake in a game like this. Now they're going to have the momentum. Unless Arda Güler can do something special there. It was a brilliant bit of dribble. Enes Ünal, proper chance, but Donnarumma with the save. And I think Uzun has made the run. We're finally seeing him go through. 93 rated, there's no way he misses. And of course he doesn't. Fenerbahce have the lead again. Okay, guys, now it's time for the classic Mourinho park the bus tactics. I think we've done enough, boys. Just about. I think we've done just enough, and yes, it's done. The special one has once again completed another underdog story, and this time we've helped him do it. And honestly, I think we built a better Fenerbahce team compared to his Porto team. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, click here to watch me manage Barcelona as Hansi Flick.